So all the way down on your back for opening Shavasana, or come to a comfortable seat for an opening meditation. Either way, if you're in a space where you can close your eyes, do that. And if not, just soften the gaze. Don't focus on anything in particular. Just become, I use the word just a lot. I know, I'm sorry. It's one of my go-to words. Become really aware of your breath, the sensation of air moving in and out of your body. That's all. Observing the breath, seeing what's present this morning. One of my favorite things about the practice of yoga is it really brings us into the present moment. It allows us to be fully engaged with what is right now, aware of our own concept of reality, our own truths, sitting with what is. Continuing to breathe and start to evaluate how you feel today. What's the tea in your body? Where do you feel good and loose and open? What parts of the body might need a little extra TLC today? Letting the breath get a little deeper, taking in a little more air, giving yourself permission now to not be in a hurry. I know sometimes when I start taking a class as a student, if it starts out in seated meditation or opening Shavasana, and it feels like we're there for a really long time, sometimes I get antsy about that. What's next? When are we going to move? I wonder what the pose is going to be. Do I need to, how do I, oh, my mind, right? It spins off into the future. But it's okay. The movement's going to come. It's all right to be still right now. Embrace where you are and what's happening in this moment. Your heart is beating. Blood is moving through your body. Air comes in and out of your lungs and oxygenates all the cells of your body. What a miracle. When you are ready now, start to find soft movement in the body, like coming out of Shavasana at the end of class, whether that's moving fingers and toes or wrists and ankles, or stretching the body out, or curling in, drawing knees to chest. Just find some movement that starts to reanimate you. And if you are laying down, you're going to take your time and make your way to a seat, any seat that really feels comfortable, whether that's Sukhasana or legs extended, sitting with the knees bent and the feet in front of you like a bridge base. Wow, my mat is totally not straight on the camera today. Oh, yoga teacher fail. It's okay. I'm going to try and let go of that. My natural OCD tendencies look at that and say, oh, that's so at an angle. But it's all right. We're just going to breathe into it. My loves, we'll breathe right into it. As you come into this nice tall seat and you lift the crown of the head up towards the sky and let the sits bones really ground down. Observe the length of the spine. And now you can get the sensation as you breathe in of the rib cage actually expanding in 360 degrees. So the chest lifts, but so does the back. And the side body expands to create space for that air in the lungs and for it to move all the way through to the belly. Maybe close your eyes just for one breath here and set an intention or a mantra for your practice. And we'll just reach the fingertips out to the side, like a big letter T. Palms are down. And then maybe you rotate and turn the palms up. See how that feels in the shoulders. Slight bend in the elbows, wiggle fingers. Rotate the palms down and maybe all the way around so your palms face the back of the room. Thumbs down. And then we'll rotate the wrists around, palms up, palms down. Just moving the wrists here. Warming the shoulders up a little bit with the extension, allowing the hands and the fingers to wake up. And the next time palms come up, we'll hold right here. Inhale, reach them all the way up and overhead. Exhale, turn and twist to the right. And for me, that means looking over my right shoulder. But if you're going the other direction, it's okay. We're going to do both. Inhale, reach up, look at the thumbs. And exhale, twist to the left or the other side, as the case may be. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, bring the fingertips down to the earth and start to slide the heart forward. And this is very gentle, easy movement for me. Maybe you come to forearms, maybe your forehead comes to the earth, and maybe you're way up here with the heart reaching forward. It's all good. We're exploring what the body wants today and how it needs to move. Tucking chin to chest, we'll roll all the way back up. And if you're in a cross-legged seat, we're going to put the opposite foot in front. If you're sitting in a neutral posture like bound angle with the soles of the feet together, you can just leave the feet right as they are. Now let's shake the knees a little bit, feeling into the knees and the hips. And maybe take a couple of neck circles, let the knees relax. And then reach the fingertips out on the ground. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. And then we'll inhale the hands all the way up. Look at the thumbs, take a twist to the left. Easy twist, not working too hard here, just, there's that word again, just seeing how the body handles the shape. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lift up high, look at thumbs. Then exhale, fold forward. Again, easing your way into a fold. Let the head drop down heavy. Once you've reached the deepest point of your fold, you might take a little sway side to side, feeling into the low back body. And then we'll put the fingertips down, tuck the chin, roll all the way up. And we're going to swing around into child's pose at the back of the mat. So the knees are wide, the big toes touch. Make all of our fashion adjustments here. Ease your way down, just like we did with our forward fold. You don't need to just thunk forward into the shape. You can just ease your way down, maybe slowly extend the arms, bring the forehead or the chin to the earth. And pause for a couple of breaths here. One more breath. Oh, I'm getting love on my mat this morning. Hello. The joy of yoga with pets. They decide when it's time for the love. On your next breath in, look forward at the thumbs. We're going to rise up into cow pose. So bring the knees under the hips and let the belly drop. Pause here. Wrap the upper arm bones so that the soft part of the bicep is forward and the elbows, the bony part, is pointing back. Inhale, really exaggerate that low belly. And then exhale, we'll put our elbows down on the mat, keep the hips high. Inhale, rise back up, cow pose. Cat to modified child. So I'm not taking my knees completely wide, but I'm not squeezing them all the way together either, because we're going to move in and out of this shape. Inhale, look forward, cow pose, rise up. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cat to child's pose. Taking a look at the feet. Are the toes pointing straight back here? Heels up towards the sky. One more time. Inhale, cow pose to forearms. Bow down. Inhale, cow. Cat to child's pose. We'll stay here for a breath. Let's add on. Inhale, cow pose, rise up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, extend the right hand and the left foot. Bird dog. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Push the top of the right foot down. Exhale and release. Left hand and right foot extend this time. Try not to poke your little kitties. Sorry. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale and release. Bow the elbows down. We're going to do a few of these today. Inhale, rise up, cow. Cats to child's pose. Just one breath. And then we'll inhale, rise up, cow pose, low belly. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right hand, left foot. Option to exhale and reach for tiger's pose. Inhale, back to bird dog. Exhale, place everything on the earth. Inhale, the left hand and the right foot. Option to exhale into tiger's pose. Inhale, extend everybody. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, elbows to the earth. Exhale, rise up, cat pose to child's. I'm just going to add on one more piece to this. Inhale, cow pose, low belly. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bird dog. Hold or take tiger. Inhale. Exhale, release. Stay for the inhale and bird dog. Exhale, hands down, foot down. Switch sides, left hand, right foot. Breathe in, expand. Option to exhale, tiger. Inhale, expand. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, tabletop, reach the right hand up to the sky. Big twist. Exhale, slide that arm behind, thread the needle, right ear, right shoulder coming down, hips up nice and high. Stay for a couple of breaths. First round here, you have the option of lifting that left knee, pushing into the left foot, which is going to bring a little more weight into the shoulder. So it deepens the stretch a little. It also has a tiny balance component to it, so it's optional. If you did lift the knee, bring it back down, press into the left hand, rise back up all fours. And then we'll inhale the left hand all the way up. And exhale, slide it through. Left ear, left shoulder coming down. Maybe you lift the right knee this time. Release the knee if it's lifted. Next, exhale, rise back up to the center. Elbows drop down. Inhale, lift up, cat pose to child's. We're going to do that whole piece one more time, but we're taking all the long holds out. One more breath here. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bird dog. Option for tiger. Back to bird dog. Inhale, right hand down. Exhale, left hand forward. Option for bird dog or for tiger. Exhale, bird dog. Inhale, reset. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, reach up, right hand lifts. Exhale, slide it through. We're not staying. Just for the inhale, breathe in. Exhale, back to tabletop. Inhale, the left hand up. Exhale, slide it through, thread the needle. Stay for the inhale breath. Exhale, back to tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat to child's. So we're going to do that whole thing through just one more time. Well, not just one more time. There's going to be a few more times. But this next time through, we're actually going to add on and move into our standing asana. And here we go. Inhale, rise up, cow pose. Elbows down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand, left foot. Option for tiger. Exhale, bird dog. Inhale that side down. Exhale, left hand reaches. Option for tiger. Exhale, extend. Inhale the hands to the earth. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift up, reach up the right hand. Exhale, right arm slides through. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, back to table. Inhale, left hand lifts. Slide the left hand through. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, back to table. Inhale, lower the elbows. Exhale, rise up, tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. And walk out the dog. This is the first one of the day. Maybe move the hips, maybe turn and look under one arm and then under the other. Nod the head, yes. Shake it, no. Check to make sure the fingerprints are gripping into the mat. You might circle the feet around. And then we're going to slowly come forward into our plank pose. You can put your knees down if you like. We're only going to stay long enough to say, I am strong. And then back to downward facing dog. And bring the knees down to the earth. And find your child's pose. Inhale, rise back up, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to come back to that floor sequence, but not until we've built our standing flow. So don't forget it. It's coming back for you. Inhale the right foot up high to the sky. Three-legged dog. Left heel drops heavy. And step the right foot up between the thumbs. Find your way here, however it works for you. If that leg coming right at the middle is a challenge, step it around, stand up and lunge, come back down. So many ways to get here. Shift the left heel around. So we're in a warrior two base. And then we'll reach the left hand up and back for warrior two. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse. Warrior two. Inhale, reach up and back. Warrior two. One more, up and back. Warrior two, hold your warrior two here, or maybe you want to fly out and try your half moon today. Everybody slides back gently into warrior two. Inhale up and back. Windmill the hands down. Lift the back heel, downward face or plank, step to plank. Just say, I am strong. And then find downward facing dog. Pause for a breath. And we'll inhale the left foot up. Let the right heel drop down heavy. And bring that left foot up to the top of the mat. Runner's lunge. Pivot the right heel in towards the left side. Sweep the arms up and back, warrior two. Inhale, left hand flips, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two, hold. Or maybe we fly into our half moon, standing balance. Everybody floats back to warrior two. Reach up and back, reverse. Windmill the hands down, runner's lunge, lift the back heel. Step to plank. I am strong, downward facing dog. Pause here for a breath. And if you need to take child's pose here, after we've done the right and the left, if you want to come back to the earth for child's pose instead of holding down dog, totally an option available. We'll meet back in down dog. Inhale the right foot up high to the sky. Step it up between the thumbs. Runner's lunge. Shift the gaze a little bit forward here. Drop the hips down. Pivot the left heel. Reach the left hand up and back. Warrior two. Inhale up and back, reverse. Exhale, warrior two or half moon. And just because you can doesn't mean you have to. Softening that front leg. Everybody, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Right elbow to right thigh. Keep this left hand nice and low here for a moment. I want you to feel the real line of energy from the crown of the head to that back heel. So the hips are dropping down. This hand right here can be a good reminder. Keep that left hip from like booping out like that. We don't want it to boop out. And then maybe you reach the left hand down and forward and take that whole line through the whole left side body, fingertip to heel. Push up and back, reverse your warrior. Windmill the hands all the way down. Runner's lunge. to plank. You can put the knees down if you need to, but tell yourself, I'm strong, to downward facing dog. Hold the down dog because we're going right to the other side. Left foot lifts up, right heel drops. Step to the top of the mat for runner's lunge. Pivot the right heel, right arm sweeps back, warrior two. Flip the left hand, reach it up. Exhale, warrior two or half moon. And it might be easier on one side than another. That's okay. Everybody, warrior two. Reach up and back, reverse. Left elbow, left thigh. Keep this right hand nice and low here until you feel the nice lunge. Left knee over left ankle. The front side of the body is open to the right side of the mat. And this hip is hanging down. It's not pushing out. And then when you're grounded and your base is solid, maybe that right hand reaches down, forward and up. Maybe you even look up past that right arm towards the sky. Press up and back, reverse your warrior, lift. Windmill the hands all the way down. Lift that back heel, runner's lunge. Here it comes, plank, but it's only to say, I am strong. To downward facing dog, or maybe you want to take child's pose here and catch your breath. It's a couple of breaths. So either down dog or child's pose, either way will work. Just take a couple of breaths. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Lifting the right foot up. Step it up to the top of the mat. Pivot the left foot, reach up and back, warrior two. Inhale up and back, reverse. Warrior two or half moon, yogi's choice. Back to warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Elbow to thigh, right arm or left arm reaches down and up for side angle. One breath. Push up and back, reverse, and straighten the front leg. So this is reverse triangle. And you might even push the back heel out so that your back toes are pointing more forward than they would be in warrior two, right? I like my toes a little towards the side, but I'm really pushing that heel back and changing this angle because obviously for triangle, reverse triangle, we're going to come forward and down into Trikonasana. And it's when you pivot that back heel, you just make a little more space for the hips to move. So this left hand reaches right up to the sky. But you have the option today of bringing the left bicep by the left ear. It does deepen the stretch. So if triangle is a challenging shape, you might want to keep the hand lifted. Bend the front knee, up and back, reverse warrior. Windmill the hands all the way down. Lift the back heel, runner's lunge. Step it back to plank, top of your push-up. Say it, I am strong. Downward facing dog, just one breath, we're going to the other side. Here we go, left foot lifts up. Step it up to the top. Turn the right heel, sweep it up and back, warrior two. Flip the left hand, reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior two, or maybe you float into your half moon. Back to warrior two. Inhale and reverse. Left elbow to thigh. Sweep that right arm around. Extended side angle. Reach it up and back, reverse, and then straighten the front leg and maybe shift that right heel, reverse triangle, floating forward and down to Trikonasana. And if you have a prop, like a block, you can bring that right by that front foot. And then maybe you reach the hand up, or maybe you bring that right hand over, bring the bicep next to the ear. Bend the front knee, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Windmill the hands all the way down. Lift the back heel, step it back to plank. I am very strong. Downward facing dog or child's pose. We're here for 3 breaths. We're gonna add on one more little section, then we'll try the whole thing from the top. 2 more breaths. And we meet in down dog. Inhaling the right foot up. And stepping it up between the thumbs. Turn the left foot. Inhale, warrior 2. Inhale, lift, reverse. Exhale, half moon. Also a great place to use a prop, by the way. Back to warrior 2, reverse. Right elbow to thigh, extended side angle. Inhale, reach up and back. Straighten the front leg. Maybe shift that left heel back, forward and down, triangle pose. And then maybe that left bicep comes by the ear. Up and back, reverse your warrior. Windmill it down. Step it back to plank. I am very strong. Now, from here, we're gonna go to tabletop for cow-cat, or you can take your full vinyasa if you like to flow. And we're all gonna meet in downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up. Step it to the top, runner's lunge. Pivot the right foot, open it up, warrior 2. Inhale and reverse. Exhale, warrior 2, or take your half moon. Either way works. Back to warrior 2. Inhale and reverse. Elbow to thigh, side angle. Reaching through the whole right side of the body. Inhale, up and back, reverse. Straighten the front leg, shift the right heel, forward and down, triangle pose. And maybe the right hand is up. Maybe it comes by the bicep comes by the ear. If the shoulder bothers you, you can even bring the right hand behind the back. Bend the front knee. Press up and back, reverse. Windmill the hands down. Lift the back heel, runner's lunge. Stepping into plank. Hold it here. I am very strong. And then tabletop or take your vinyasa. Do your thing. We're going to meet in child's pose at the back of the mat. And pause for a couple of breaths. And I'm going to come and check in on you. I'm working today. I don't know about you guys. Give me a little thumbs up if you're still in one piece down there. Just lift that hand up so I know you're with me. Okay, I was going to assume that I just can't see those thumbs. There it is. All righty, that'll work. Take one more nice deep breath. In child's pose, we're going to run from the very beginning. Remember that fun little floor work we did? We're going to start from there and go through the whole thing. Woo. It's a party. Inhale, rise up, reset the knees, cow pose, low belly. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, right hand, left foot, bird dog. Hold or take tiger's pose. Exhale, bird dog. Inhale, that side down. Exhale, left hand, right foot. Option for tiger. Inhale, bird dog. Exhale, everything to the earth. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, tabletop, reach the right hand up. Exhale, thread the needle. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, back to table. Inhale, the left hand up. Exhale, thread the needle. Stay for the in-breath. Back to table. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, cat to downward facing dog. Here we go, right foot up. Step to the top. Pivot the left foot, warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, warrior two or half moon. Inhale, warrior two. Pause. Lift and reverse. Right elbow to thigh. Left hand comes down and up. Extended side angle. Inhale, lift and reverse. Straighten the front leg. Forward and down. Your version of Trikonasana. One breath. And then press up and back. Windmill the hands. Lift the back heel. Runner's lunge. To plank. I am really very strong. Tabletop or take your vinyasa. Do your thing. We meet in child's pose at the back of the mat. Ooh, I like that. One more breath here. And then we'll inhale, rise up for cow pose. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, table. Right hand, left foot. Option for tiger. Back to bird dog. Set everything down. Left hand, right foot. Option for tiger. Back to bird dog. Set everything down. Elbows on the earth. Inhale, table, reach the right hand up. Thread the needle. Stay for the in-breath. Exhale, table. Inhale, left hand up. Thread the needle. Stay for the in. Back to table. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, lift to cat. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left foot lifts up. Step it through. Turn the right toes. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two or half moon. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Elbow to thigh. Sweep the right arm around, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Bend the knee, up and back, reverse. Windmill the hands. Lift the back heel, runner's lunge. Step to plank or tabletop. And do your thing. And we'll meet in child's pose at the back of the mat. We're gonna run it one more time on each side. But pause here, catch your breath. If you need to grab a sip of water, now's a great time to do that. Agua. Muy bueno. Let your heartbeat come down just a smidge. Find a little bit of ease in your child's pose here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, tell yourself again that you are strong and ready to move. And let's see what we got. Inhale, rise up, cow pose. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, table. Exhale, right hand, left foot, bird dog. Option for tiger. Back to bird dog. Set everything down. And switch sides. Option for tiger. Back to bird dog. Set it all down. Elbows on the earth. Tabletop, right hand reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Stay for the inhale. Back to tabletop. Inhale, left hand up. Big twist, thread the needle. Stay for the in. Exhale, table. Inhale, cow pose. Elbows down. Inhale, cat. To downward facing dog. Right foot lifts up. Step it up, runner's lunge. Pivot the heel. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two or half moon. Last time through. Inhale, warrior two to reverse. Elbow to thigh, extended side angle. Stay for a breath. Checking all those alignment cues. Inhale, reverse. Straighten the leg. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse. Windmill back to runner's lunge. Lift the heel. Step it back to plank. Tell yourself you're strong and then do your thing. We'll meet in child's pose, back of the mat. One breath here. Last round through. Inhale to cow. Elbows down. Inhale, lift. Right hand, left foot. Option for tiger. To bird dog. Set it back down. Other side. Option for tiger. To bird dog. Set it back down. Elbows to the earth. Inhale, lift, right hand comes up. Exhale, thread the needle. Pause. Exhale, table. Left hand comes up. And thread the needle. Pause. Tabletop. Elbows drop down. Oh, cow pose, cow pose. Elbows drop down. Lift up to cat. To downward facing dog. You got this. Left foot comes up. Step it to the top. Turn the right foot. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the left hand, reverse. Warrior two or half moon. Your last one. Falling out of the last one. I'm smiling, it's okay, we can do this. Back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Elbow to thigh. Sweep it down and up. How you respond to a pause, to a pose that goes awry is kind of everything. I'm just saying. Inhale, reverse. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale and reverse. Windmill of hands. Lift the heel, runner's lunge. Step it back to plank. Hold the plank. I am really so very strong. Now, tabletop or take your vinyasa. And meet me in child's pose at the back of the mat. And maybe this time you walk the hands in under the forehead. And then perhaps you walk the elbows out, but you bring the palms of the hands to the shoulder blades here and stretch the triceps. Every time we put our elbows on the earth today, we were working the triceps, the back side of the arm. And this is a really nice tricep stretch. And release the hands, tuck the chin, slowly roll all the way up. I think I got a little sweaty today, guys. You're making me work really hard on a Sunday morning. I don't know about that. Shift the feet around. I'm going to slide my bum to the middle of the mat and grab my blocks. If you have props handy, grab them. We're going to roll all the way down. We're going to come to our bridge base. Just reach the arms out to the side with the palms turn up. You can take the feet even a little wider than your hips right here. Let the tailbone sit in its natural space. So it's not tucked under, it's not dropped down. There's a gentle, whatever the natural curve of your low back is, it's just there. And we're breathing. And on your next exhale, let the knees tilt a little to the right. We don't need to come to the earth just yet. Inhale, center. So we're going to slow the breath back down. So only let the knees tilt as long as you have breath to exhale. Still go nice and slow. Inhale and lift. Exhale and tilt. Inhale, lift. And exhale, left. And deepening the breath. Inhale to the center. Maybe the knees go all the way over this time. Inhale up. Exhale left. Just go on and use your breath. We're going to take about 3 more rounds of windshield wipers. Nice and slow, feeling that massage that the earth is giving the glutes and the low part of the back, the hips. Coming back up. Let's drop over to the right side. Maybe take the right ankle up on that left thigh. And maybe put the left ear down on the mat, looking away. If that's too much in the neck, keep your nose up towards the sky. It's all good. Release. Nose to sky, knees to sky. Let the knees slide left. And then maybe left ankle comes up on top of right thigh. And maybe right ear comes down to the earth. Then you might notice, does this side feel different than the other side? Be willing to bet that it does. And then release the left foot, nose to sky, knees to sky. And let's draw the knees in towards the heart. And just rock a little side to side. Maybe you make circles around right and left. Or maybe you just like side to side, and that's great too. And pause in the center. Take the knees in opposite directions. Right knee goes right, left knee goes left. Reach them away and draw them back up the middle. And then go the other direction. Push the knees forward and then out to the side and back into the heart. And back to our bridge base. Now you can stay in bridge base with the hips on the earth, or if you want something more restorative, grab your prop, press through the feet, tuck the tailbone, roll those hips up, and slide your prop under the sacrum. It's right where your back is turning into your butt. It's technically the very bottom of the spine. They're fused vertebra that connect the two hip bones in the back side of the body. Okay, I'm an anatomy nerd. I'm sorry. I can't. It's what do they call it? Occupational hazard. So you can stay in bridge base with the hips on the earth. No prop, no problem. Props aren't required. They're just lovely sometimes. So pause here and take a couple of breaths. And then whether the hips are lifted or not, we're going to bring the feet up towards the sky. A little modified. If the block is underneath, this is a modification or a variation of legs up the wall. And if you don't have a prop, but you do have a wall, you can slide right over to it and put these legs up the wall. Easy peasy. It's a lovely stretch. Judith Lassiter, who's one of the experts on restorative yoga, says 20 minutes of legs up the wall a day can change your life. And, you know, she could be onto something here. You might move the ankles and wiggle the toes, really just allowing gravity here to assist in moving fluid and blood from the feet and the ankles and the calves back towards the heart. And let's be honest, I think it just feels good. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with taking a shape because it feels good. And after you've moved the ankles a few times, you might use your hands to support the outer thighs and take a little bit of a splits option here. Or maybe a bow and arrow, one leg bent and one leg extended, and switch sides. Give the adductors a little bit of love here. And then we'll bring those feet all the way together and slide your thighs towards your heart. They don't need to touch. It's just the intention of movement. We're imitating a forward fold here today. When you start to feel the muscles of the legs shake or the core, or you feel your low back start to wake up a little, bend the knees and relax the heels down. And we are in Apanasana, knees to chest pose. You might, if you have a prop under the hips, need to walk the shoulder blades up away from the pelvic girdle a little bit just to create a little more length in the spine. And then relax. And if you're not using a prop, you can bring your hands to the shins to help you find this shape or even deepen this shape. Also welcome to do that with your prop. I just like having the arms out. one more breath here. As we once again unwind and start to slow down and allow for a little bit of depth in our shapes. We're going to take an ankle to knee pose. So if you're not using a prop, you might put your right foot on the ground and cross the left ankle over. If you do have the prop, you can make this cross mid-air. It's kind of fun. You can keep the foot on the earth or draw knees to chest. And you always have the option of reaching the left hand between and the right hand around to hold at the shin or the hamstring. And again, if the hips are lifted, that's optional. The gravity is going to draw the knees in for you, so you can let your arms rest. And then breathe into where you find sensation in this pose. Remembering that sensation is not the same thing as pain. Pain is a U-turn sign. It means you've moved past your edge today and you should retreat back to a safer space. Sensation isn't necessarily always comfortable. It does push us out of our comfort zone, but it hasn't pushed us past our body's ability to comply. That's really the difference. So breathe into the sensation, because I'm feeling some distinct sensation on the outside of this left hip and a little bit through my left hamstring even in this particular stretch. I'm not saying that's where you should feel it. You should feel it wherever you're feeling it in your body, because that's where your stretch is. And just breathe into that. Just a few more breaths. And then we're going to switch sides, cross the opposite ankle over. And you can do this on the ground or again mid-air. And maybe the variation you took on the other side works on this side as well. Maybe you want to get a little deeper on this side, or you need a little more ease. Listen to the body and move in a way that feels good. You can start moving towards the variation you took on the other side, but your body might tell you, no, that's too deep here. I don't need that. So really tune in and listen. Our bodies appear very symmetrical, right? 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 arms, 2 hips, 2 legs. They don't function the same on one side of the body as the other, especially the older we get, because we accumulate stories in the body. We accumulate injuries that have healed or maybe are still healing. And we need to treat the 2 sides of the body as sort of different things sometimes. And that's absolutely okay. So for example, you might take half moon on one side and not on the other, because something's happening on that side of the body that doesn't allow for that balance to be strong or to feel good. Just take about 2 more breaths right here. And then we'll release the cross and we'll come back into knees to chest, observing the 2 sides of the body, seeing what we feel. And then we're going to hold on to the left shin and keep it drawn in towards the body as we bring the right foot back to the earth. Now, if you're on a block, I need you to push that right foot down. So there's a little lift in the hips and the low back, and then you can release the left foot. And you won't get that kind of unpleasant sensation of the low back rolling over the edge of the block as we return to our bridge base. And then you might stay here for a breath or 2 if you have your prop. And when you are ready, you'll press through the feet, tuck the tailbone, roll it up, slide that block out, tuck the tailbone. Everybody roll up into bridge here, even if your hips have been on the earth. And pause for a second. And then we'll gently roll back down to the earth and observe what we have done through our restorative bridge work today. And you might feel here like you want to take some windshield wipers for a little decompress, or you can even draw the knees into the heart and then rock the knees side to side, use the core muscles. Or maybe you want to reach the whole body long and just stretch out for a second. And then our last shape before we move into Shavasana, or maybe you want to keep for Shavasana, is reclined bound angle. So the soles of the feet come together. If you've got props, you're welcome to place them under the knees here for a nice restorative bound angle. I love the support in this shape. It just allows my hips to unfold and release in a way that feels really safe and good. I don't feel like I'm fighting gravity because my knees are not going to come to the ground. My legs are very long and my hips are tight. Simple, right? I understand what's happening here. But if I take this shape without support, I feel like my leg muscles are working hard to hold myself in the shape. And using the blocks lets me adjust how much support I get on any given day and actually find rest in the shape. So whatever version of reclined bound angle floats your boat, take it. We're here for about another minute, and then we're going to make our way into our final resting shape. Now, if you know you have tight hips and you have props and you can take a really restful reclined bound angle, you might keep this shape for Shavasana today. Because holding this shape for about 5 minutes is kind of like glorious. And if you have extra time, I kid you not, about 15 minutes in a supported bound angle, totally amazing. I will cue you if you want to come out and come back into a different shape for Shavasana. But you just breathe in your bound angle for a minute here. And then when you're ready, start to make your way into whatever shape it is you want to take for your final pose today, for your Shavasana. Remembering that it should be a pose you don't need to do on two sides of the body, right? So ankle to knee pose, not so great for Shavasana because it requires movement. And part of the goal of Shavasana is to be still. Stillness in the body, soft breath, allows the heart to slow down. It takes us out of the sympathetic nervous system and moves us into the parasympathetic nervous system. So away from fight, flight, or freeze and into a state of rest and digest, which is such a beautiful thing. Who wouldn't want that? Bringing ease to the body now, letting the mind go, releasing control of the breath. So if you took an Ujjayi breath for practice today, you might let that go. Peel the tongue off the roof of the mouth. Soften the jaw. And soften the muscles of the face. And let your breath return to its own natural rhythm. There is nothing left to do in today's practice. These next few minutes are yours to be. To be a human being, not a human doing. Welcome to Shavasana. without moving any part of the body, start to shift your attention back to the sensation of being on the ground. That long, strong support for your spine, the ease of simply being here, no effort in the body at all. And then begin to notice the sensation of breath moving in and out, observing that it feels different on the front side of the body than it does on the back. There's no compression on the top. There's only so much room to expand through your back right now. Nonetheless, that expansion is there. Start to explore that sensation. Feeling the skin shift and tighten as the ribs move out, the diaphragm drops and makes room. And you might even take the next few breaths in through the nose and then exhale a deep sigh out through your mouth if that feels good. Maybe even pausing to cherish that sense of release that comes with a really deep exhale. Just one more. Let something go. Oftentimes people think of letting go as something that we grieve. And sometimes it is. Sometimes we have to let go of a relationship or a job or an expectation. And there is a certain amount of grief that goes along with that experience as a human. But at the same time, an exhale has to happen before you can inhale again. So it's not as much of an ending as it is a pause before a new beginning sometimes. So maybe we can shift our thoughts around what it means to really release the things that are not meant for us. And acknowledge that it's okay to pause and grieve something that we enjoyed. But then remember that we've made space for something new, which might be really amazing. Start to bring movement back to the body in fingers and toes and wrists and ankles, or maybe windshield wiper or draw the knees into the chest. Or maybe you reach the hands overhead and point your toes and lift your heart up towards the sky. Take that real full deep body stretch. You might even turn to one side and draw the knees into the chest if you like to take a little fetal position. Pause there. Or maybe you like to rock and roll through the spine and you roll through a few times. But eventually we're going to make our way back up to a seated shape. Any seat that feels good today. Maybe you sit up on a block or a blanket. Maybe you extend the feet. We'll bring the palms to face up on the knees. And lift the crown of the head up to the sky. And then if this is great, you can stay here. Or maybe you turn the left palm to face up and bring the right palm to face forward, keeping that elbow tucked in, both elbows tucked in towards the rib cage. This is the gesture of no fear. Giving and receiving in equal measure, balanced between the right and the left sides of the body, balance in the masculine and the feminine, balance in the light and the dark. Floating the palms of the hands together, bringing the thumbs to the center of the forehead, ajna, the third eye. Bowing the head here, a symbol of the sealing in of today's practice with gratitude and mindfulness and the intention to take our intentions off the mat. That's the real yoga, my loves. Thank you for sharing space with me today. Namaste.